welcome back to my channel. It is me, your most absent YouTuber. I wanted to come back onto YouTube and revamp my channel a little bit, so let's see if I can stick to it this time. We're gonna make homemade yogurt. It is super easy, super simple. I'm gonna show you step by step, which there's not too many of them, and I hope that you can start making your yogurt at home too. All you're gonna need is the Instant Pot. This is not necessary. This just makes it a lot more hands-off and easier. If you don't have one, you can also make it on the stove. You're gonna need some whole milk. I buy whatever milk they have at the store. I go to Whole Foods, so I just get the organic 365 brand. Works just fine. And culture. You can buy culture packets on Amazon. I will link mine down below. Mine have probiotic in it, but you can also use any leftover yogurt you have as culture. You just take a spoonful and mix it with the milk. So you don't have to necessarily buy cultures. I just wanted to buy some to start from scratch. Let's get to making this yogurt. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is take your milk and pour it into the container for the Instant Pot. This is half a gallon and it fills up exactly into the max line of my Instant Pot. If you want more yogurt, if you have a bigger Instant Pot, I would just watch that line. Each pack for my culture is for 1 liter of milk. This is almost 2 liters, so I use 2 packs. We're gonna boil it. If you're doing it on the stove, I will warm up the milk into about 110 degrees, anywhere from 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see, it comes out pretty hot out of the Instant Pot, so we have to let it cool down a little bit. Once it's reached the desired temperature of about 110 degrees, we separate a little bit of the milk. We do this to temper the culture so it doesn't kill it with all the warm milk. We're going to take a couple spoons full, put it in a separate container, and then drop the culture. If you're using old yogurt as culture, you just take a heaping tablespoon and do the same step exactly how I'm doing it now. Mix it in until everything is fully incorporated before you pour it back into the big container of milk. And then you're going to let it be in a warm space for 8 to 24 hours, depending on how tangy you like your yogurt to be. Any sweeteners or anything of that sort gets added at the end once the yogurt's done. I am making mine in the Instant Pot again, so I just put it to the 8-hour timer. If you're making yours on the stovetop, you can just put it in your oven turned off and the culture will develop. Any warm space will essentially develop the culture. Now, because we're making Greek yogurt, we do need to strain it. So you'll need a strainer, a big container to plop this strainer over, and a cheesecloth. I'm separating a little yogurt here for an experiment. Go to my Instagram if you want to see that. And then I'm pouring the rest on the strainer cheesecloth mixture of containers, covering that with saran wrap paper, and then putting it in the fridge overnight. The next day, guys, we're gonna see how the yogurt turned out. It's been draining for about 19 hours. You can leave it longer if you want it to be a little more dry. I believe if you leave it for a couple of days, it becomes labna. Correct me in the comments, but I wanted just Greek yogurt. So 24 hours is enough for Greek yogurt. Let's take it out and see how it turned out. So this is the yogurt about 19 hours after I put it to drain. This water is called whey. You can use this to make bread or to cook if you'd like. I just discard it, but this is what the yogurt's looking like. Super thick, super creamy. The longer you strain it, the drier it's gonna be. And if you want labneh, you have to strain it for a few days. I put it into my wick jar. I like these because they're super seal tight and really easy to manage. And this will last about 2 weeks in the fridge because there's no preservatives in it. So that's it. You made homemade yogurt. There you have it. That's how I make yogurt at home. It is super hands-off and super simple. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can always make it on the stove. Just warm up the milk up until 108 degrees Fahrenheit approximately, and then do the steps as I did them, and then I will put it in a somewhat warm space for the amount of hours you want it to culture, 8 to 24 hours, depending on how tangy you like your yogurt, and you should get the same results. If you don't drain it, that's like regular yogurt, and if you drain it, then it becomes Greek yogurt or Latinate, depending on how long you drain it for. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried this, and I will see you guys in the next video. That you're my baby.